Welcome back to the True Alien Podcast, the show that takes you deep into the world of the paranormal. I'm your host, Adrian Smith, and with me, as always, is our expert, Julia Jones.
Hi, everybody.
We are ready to tackle another incredible story.
Oh, yes.
We have aliens, UFOs,
Uh-huh.
abductions, all sorts of crazy stuff.
You name it.
So if you love the weird and wonderful world of the paranormal, then this is the show for you.
Yes.
Make sure you hit that rate and follow button.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't miss a single episode. Today's paranormal probe takes us all the way to Varginha, Brazil.
Oh.
In 1996, where a sleepy town found itself at the center of a truly bizarre alien encounter.
Really bizarre.
Now, what makes the Varginha case so compelling is that it doesn't start with seasoned UFO hunters or, those conspiracy theorists. It actually starts with three teenagers, Tiago, Gabriela, and Luca, who were battling the universal scourge of boredom.
Who wasn't?
I know, right? Imagine it's a sweltering summer day in a small town where the biggest excitement
is probably the arrival of the mailman.
Probably.
What do you do?
Well, these teens, they decided to explore. They were following this strange rumbling sound that was shaking up their quiet little world.
Right.
And what they stumbled upon was far from ordinary.
They found a crashed spacecraft.
Wow.
A disc-shaped object, oozing this strange oily substance and emitting this powerful, almost metallic smell. Like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Oh, yeah. But this was real life, at least according to the accounts. And it gets even more bizarre. From the shadows of this mysterious craft emerges an alien being, small, humanoid with sickly brown skin and large red eyes.
That is creepy.
Witnesses described it as whimpering, unsteady on his feet. Not exactly the menacing extraterrestrial overlord you might picture.
No. It does make you wonder.
It sounds more like a creature in distress than a threat.
I was going to say it's like E.T., a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? One of the teenagers, Gabriela, she felt this intense connection to this alien, almost like a
telepathic link.
Yeah, a telepathic link.
Wow.
Gabriela described feeling the creature's fear, confusion, and loneliness. She even gave it a name, Estrela, which means star in Portuguese. So we have a crashed spaceship, a seemingly distressed alien being, and a teenager who can somehow sense its emotions.
He's already out there.
This is where things start to get really interesting.
That's right. No. Before the teens could process what they were seeing, things escalated quickly. The military arrived, black SUVs, armed soldiers, and this palpable sense of urgency just descended upon Varginha. It went from a sleepy town to a lockdown zone. In the blink of an eye,
Wow.
roadblocks were set up. Helicopters circled overhead. It's like a scene ripped straight out of a sci-fi thriller.
It is.
Imagine witnessing that. Your town suddenly swarming with military personnel.
Right.
All because of a crash something. It must have been terrifying.
Oh, yeah. So what did the teens do?
What did they do? Well, instead of panicking or running away, they decided to protect Estrella. They smuggled it out of the crash site, right under the noses of the military.
Wow. Which is either incredibly brave or incredibly reckless.
A little bit of both.
Probably a bit of both. But they weren't alone. Enter Leandro, an older gentleman, known in town for his eccentric personality and his fascination with UFOs.
Interesting.
He had a history of strange sightings and a deep distrust of authority.
Oh, I can see why.
Yeah. Leandro's role is fascinating. He becomes their guide, their protector. In this chaotic new reality,
Oh, wow.
he warned them about the hunters, other more dangerous aliens lurking in the shadows. He believes Estrella was in danger, and that the teens, with the connection to this being, were somehow caught in the middle of a cosmic conflict.
The cosmic conflict. This is getting good.
I know, right? So we have these hunters. Now, who are these other aliens?
I don't know.
And why are they after Estrella?
Yeah, why? That's the question.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We'll delve deeper into that as we go. But for now, just imagine this. The teens, guided by this eccentric old man and their newfound connection to Estrella, are on the run from not only the military, but also these mysterious alien hunters.
Oh, my goodness.
So where did they go? How did they escape? Well, they found refuge in a remote rainforest cabin.
A rainforest cabin.
Thanks to Leandro, who
Who?
It turns out, was much more prepared for this situation than anyone could have imagined.
Wow.
But their escape was just the beginning of their incredible journey. We'll pick up the chase in part 2 of this paranormal probe into the Varginha incident.
Look.
Make sure you're following the True Alien podcast so you don't miss the next part of this story. We've got a lot more ground to cover. And trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next.
I can't wait. Welcome back to the True Alien podcast.
Next time, we left our intrepid teens, Tiago, Gabriella, and Luca, on the run with Estrella, seeking refuge in a remote rainforest cabin.
That's right.
And let's not forget Leandro, the enigmatic UFO enthusiast who seemed to be expecting all of this. He was more than just a guide.
Right.
He was their mentor, their strategist in this bizarre and dangerous situation.
Yeah.
And, you know, his cabin was like a treasure trove of UFO lore.
Oh, really?
Maps with marked crash sites, stacks of newspaper clippings, detailing decades of unexplained phenomena.
Wow.
And even some strange gadgets.
What? Like?
That looked like they belonged in a science fiction movie.
No way.
It's clear that Leandro had been tracking these events for a long time, almost as if he was preparing for something like this to happen.
It seemed like he was expecting it.
You have to wonder, what did he know? And how did he know it?
That's the question.
Was he just a passionate hobbyist? Or was there something more to his story?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was one of the lingering mysteries of this case. But what's fascinating is how Leandro's knowledge and experience become crucial to the teens' survival.
Really?
He starts teaching them practical skills.
Like how to shoot, how to track, how to evade pursuit.
Oh, wow.
Essentially turning them into a guerrilla unit in the heart of the rainforest.
So they're not just running and hiding.
Yeah. They're learning to fight back, to survive in a hostile environment.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Absolutely. And it's not just about physical skills. Leandro is also teaching them to think strategically, to anticipate their enemies' moves, to use the rainforest to their advantage. He's instilling in them a sense of resilience, a determination, to not just survive, but to understand what they're up against.
Wow.
And all the while, Gabriella's connection to Estrella is growing stronger.
Oh.
Remember, she's experiencing this telepathic link.
Yeah.
Sensing Estrella's emotions, seeing flashes of images.
Yeah.
That seem to hold clues about the hunters and their motivations.
Right.
This is where the story takes on another layer of complexity. It's not just a chase, a survival story. It's also about communication, about bridging the gap between two vastly different beings.
That's interesting.
It makes you wonder, what is the nature of this telepathic link? Is it truly telepathy? Or is it some other form of communication that we don't yet understand?
I have no idea.
That's a question that scientists and researchers have been grappling with for decades. There's no definitive answer. But the Varginha case, along with many others, suggests that there might be more to communication than just words and language.
Wow.
Okay, but back to the chase. They're dodging these hunters. They're learning to survive. But where are they actually going? What's the end game here? That's a great question. Yeah. And the accounts get a bit murky here, it seems. They're being drawn by Estrella, following its intuition, heading deeper into the rainforest, almost as if they're being led to a specific location.
Like it knows where it's going.
Like Estrella has a plan, a destination in mind.
Maybe?
Perhaps. But it's not just about escape. It's about understanding. Estrella is sharing fragments of information with Gabriella, glimpses into its own past, its people, its world. It's as if Estrella is trying to piece together a puzzle, and the teens are unwittingly caught up in this cosmic game.
This is incredible.
I know. So the rainforest becomes more than just a backdrop. It's a character in itself, a place of ancient secrets and hidden dangers. They're not just running from something, they're running towards something. Something that Estrella seems to believe is crucial to its mission, whatever that might be.
Wow.
The tension keeps building as they get deeper into the rainforest. The encounters with the hunters become more frequent, more intense. The teens are pushed to their limits, both physically and emotionally. They're facing not really the threat of these alien hunters, but also the psychological toll of being constantly on edge, of not knowing what's going to happen next.
I can only imagine.
And yet they keep going. They keep fighting. They're driven by a combination of survival instinct, loyalty to Estrella, and a growing determination to understand what's happening, to find some kind of resolution to this unbelievable situation.
Yeah.
There's a scene described where they're huddled around a campfire, exhausted, scared, but also laughing, sharing stories, finding moments of normalcy amidst the chaos.
That's nice.
It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, human connection, that sense of camaraderie, can be a powerful source of strength and resilience.
Yeah.
It's also a reminder that they're still teenagers, they're facing extraordinary circumstances, but they're also going through typical teenage experiences, forming bonds, testing their limits, finding their place in the world.
Right.
And as they journey deeper into the rainforest, they start encountering signs of Estrela's people.
Really?
Remnants of a civilization that once thrived in this hidden corner of the world.
Oh, wow.
Like what kinds of signs? Ancient ruins, structures overgrown with vegetation, strange symbols carved into stone, a sense of history that stretches back centuries, maybe even millennia.
Wow.
It's as if they're walking in the footsteps of Estrela's ancestors, uncovering a hidden past that sheds light on the present. It's like a real-life Indiana Jones adventure, but with aliens.
I love it.
Exactly. And as they get closer to their unknown destination, the stakes get even higher. The hunters are closing in, and the teens are about to face their greatest challenge yet.
Oh.
So what happens next? Do they manage to evade these relentless pursuers? Do they reach their destination? And what secrets are waiting to be revealed in the heart of the Brazilian rainforest? We'll have to wait for the final part of our paranormal probe into the mysteries of Varginha to find out. Welcome back to the True Alien Podcast, where we're unraveling one of the most intriguing alien encounters ever recorded.
It is pretty wild.
Last time, we left our trio of teens
Uh-huh.
and their alien companion, Estrela, deep in the Brazilian rainforest,
Right.
heading towards some ancient ruins, while being pursued by those mysterious, menacing hunters to talk about. A high-stakes game of hide-and-seek.
Right.
The stakes were incredibly high.
They were.
This wasn't just about survival anymore. It felt like they were racing against time to uncover a secret that could have implications far beyond their own lives.
Yeah.
We were left wondering what awaited them at those ruins,
I know.
weren't we?
We were.
And what about Leandro, their eccentric mentor?
Right.
We speculated about his fate last time. Was he injured? Captured? Or did he perhaps sacrifice himself to ensure their escape?
That's a good question.
Unfortunately,
Hmm?
the accounts about Leandro's fate are inconclusive.
Really?
Some suggest he might have been injured or worse during one of the earlier encounters with the hunters.
Oh, no.
Others believe he stayed behind to buy the teens and Estrela more time. It's one of those lingering mysteries that adds to the intrigue of the Varginha case. So they're on their own now, facing unknown dangers in a strange and unfamiliar environment.
Wow.
Do they make it to those ruins?
Do they?
They do. But what they find there is shrouded in even more mystery.
Okay.
The ruins are described as a complex network of underground chambers and tunnels, almost like an ancient city hidden beneath the rainforest.
Really?
Within those ruins, they reportedly discovered something extraordinary.
What was it?
The accounts vary, but there's talk of a device,
A device?
a technology, perhaps even a source of energy. That seemed to be central to Estrela's mission. So we've got ancient ruins, a hidden city, and a mysterious device.
This is crazy.
It sounds like something straight out of an Indiana Jones movie,
All right.
but with an alien
I
twist.
was just thinking.
And here's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
This device, whatever it was, apparently held immense power. It seems both Estrela and the hunters were desperate to control it.
Really?
Their motivations remain unclear, but one can imagine the chaos that could ensue if such advanced technology fell into the wrong hands,
Yeah.
whether they be human or extraterrestrial.
Right.
So it all comes down to a final confrontation in these ancient ruins.
Oh, my goodness.
It appears so. Several accounts describe a climactic battle between Estrela and the hunters within those underground chambers, with the teens caught in the crossfire.
Oh.
It's a scene filled with tension, danger, and the realization that the fate of more than just those present might hang in the balance.
Oh, wow.
But who wins?
Yeah, who wins?
What happens to Estrela? The hunters and those brave, but perhaps slightly reckless.
I don't know.
That's where the story takes a truly perplexing turn.
Okay.
The teens were found days later, on the outskirts of Varginha, dazed, confused, and with fragmented memories of what transpired within the ruins.
Wow.
Their accounts were inconsistent and dreamlike, almost as if they had experienced something that defied human comprehension.
It's like they were in shock or something.
Classic signs of trauma,
Yeah.
perhaps. Or maybe the result of exposure to whatever that advanced technology was.
Right.
It's certainly possible. But there's a lingering sense that they saw things, experienced things that pushed the boundaries of their understanding, things that couldn't be easily expressed in words.
Yeah.
So, we don't know for sure what happened.
I guess not.
Who won? What became of Estrella? Did they find a way to escape? Did the hunters get what they wanted?
I need to know.
Those questions remain unanswered. Official reports dismiss the entire incident as mass hysteria,
Oh, come on.
a hoax concocted by bored teenagers. But the whispers persist. Tales of strange lights in the sky, unexplained disappearances, and persistent rumors that the military is still searching for something hidden within those ruins.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
The Varginha incident, like so many other alleged alien encounters, leaves us with more questions than answers. It's a story that challenges our perceptions of reality, forces us to confront the limits of our understanding, and reminds us that there are still mysteries out there waiting to be unraveled.
I agree.
Well said, Julia. And on that note, we're going to have to leave you to ponder the mysteries of Varginha. But don't worry, there are countless other stories out there, just waiting to be explored.
I can't wait.
So keep those eyes on the skies, those minds open to possibilities. And join us next time for another thrilling episode of the True Alien Podcast.
Sounds good.
Until then, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep searching for the truth, wherever it may lead you.